We're a 24/7 web business, so if the site's not up, we're not doing business effectively. It's not as if we sort of shut at 5 o'clock and go home and then reopen at 8, and that's how people use us. It's got to be there all the time. So as soon as the site's not there or it's going slow, we soon know about it, and our members soon tell us about it. So we need to make sure we've got a scalable system that can handle peaks. There's these freak auctions that come up every now and then. John Key's plaster cast and things like that drive a bit of activity, and we need to make sure that the site doesn't grind to a halt when that stuff happens. We launched TradeMe's first API a little over a month ago. We've got a developer forum where the development community can feedback to us how it's going and what they want to see in it and what we need to add, and that's a beast that'll continue to grow as well. And there's an interesting story that's sort of out in the media at the moment where one guy's tapped into our API, built his own little app that he feeds at $1 a day, and it crawls across the site and pulls back using the API, pulls back all the auctions, and he likes stuff being delivered, so it finds everything that's got free shipping and randomly buys it and sends it off to him so that he gets a parcel a day. If his little app can't find anything of interest, then it holds $1 for the next day, and so he's sort of spending $7 a week, and he gets the enjoyment of a parcel delivered to him every day, which is kind of cool. These guys are building these things that we don't have the time to invest in looking at those kind of quirky things. The community now have the facility to do that, and it gets some interest in the media, and it's all good fun. So that API is just opening up a whole new door for members now and people in the dev community. So who knows what's going to come out next and what neat little app somebody's going to build up. So my thoughts on how CIOs can sort of be more involved in the strategy of a business. It's a really interesting one because TradeMe comes from a tech background. So Sam, who founded the company, was a techo. John McDonald, who's the current CEO, is a technology guy. So I'm fortunate from a head of technology position that the mindset of people across the business is actually kind of tech. And so if there's new technology that's out there or new ways that we feel we can sort of drive the business in areas, it's always welcomed with open arms. So I sit on the exec, and so sit there with those guys every week and talk about what we could be doing from a tech point of view and how we can feed into their strategies from growing their verticals of motors and property, and what technology we can be throwing at them to sort of help them. The role of the CIOs can be a tricky one. You can be quite responsive to problems all the time and quite reactive, and it's a tricky one. You want to keep the business running, and that's your core responsibility is to make sure the business can run. Well, it is here anyway. And so one of the keys there is you just surround yourself with smart people. A lot of people say it, and recruit people that are smarter than yourself, and buy yourself some time back. So our recruitment process here can take a long time because we want to make sure we find the right person, both from a team fit as well as from their skill set and what they can bring to the business. So surround yourself with smart people. Let them do the hard work while you can be helping drive the business and speaking with other people across the organisation to grow what they want to do. The culture here at TradeMe is really open, and so John McDonald, the CEO, sits right next to me, open plan, right next to one of our BAs, right next to one of our designers, and everybody just gets engaged in conversations. And so the best way to foster that stuff is there's no offices here. It's we encourage people to get on the balcony and have a chat about stuff, and pull people in that can help in solving a problem. And we've got really smart guys, and it'd be wrong of us not to be utilising the smarts of those people. So we get people going across their skill sets. So we don't expect a developer just to sit there and write code and that's all they do. They're involved in solving the problem and analysing the problem and coming up with a solution. And so you just push those people and get what you can out of them. Just the whole open environment, open plan, open culture works really well. So TradeMe going forward over the next sort of 18, 24 months is it's a tricky one because the environment changes all the time, and so we don't want to get locked into saying here's our strategy for the next 18 months and that's the only way we're going to go. We're doing a big drive in growing our travel business, so that's got a lot of focus from us at the moment. So we've got holiday houses, we've got Travel Bug, and we've got Book It, which are new travel opportunities for us and events and activities. So we're doing a lot of effort in growing those businesses. We've got a dedicated development team and and support staff that look after that stuff, so that we can just grow them and they can make quick changes as they need it to grow that business. So the travel's most definitely got our focus. We're also always looking for other business opportunities, and there's a few others in the wings that we're working on at the moment, and you just never know what sort of might pop out at any stage. And so we've always got our eyes open. What's happening overseas? What's happening in New Zealand? Are there any areas that we can focus on to find revenue opportunities and grow Trade Me as an organisation? So how do we encourage people to come up with new ideas and look at new things? Something we did recently was a FedEx Day, which is a new thing for us and worked really well. It's effectively a 24-hour period where our technology team are given free license to go and do whatever they want that may benefit the business and is in line with our general strategy. So it's called FedEx Day because you've got to deliver it in a day. And the guys were just sort of left to their devices. Like, they've got to form teams and they've got to present back the following day. It was an amazing experience. It was just a massive buzz across the floor. And there's a potential business opportunity that's come out of that. These guys built one team built an iPhone app, a Win7 app, an API and a website that uses location services, fully worked, and they did that within 24 hours and presented it back to the company. Amazing opportunity. Smart, and going back to these smart guys, they've got this sort of pent-up energy in there that you let them loose for 24 hours and they come out with some amazing stuff. Great for the morale of the guys, and the whole team were just fully involved in that. I don't think there was one tech person that wasn't involved. And when we presented it back, we had our customer service team coming over to see what was being delivered and actually see what these tech guys can deliver to the business, as opposed to just normal Trade Me stuff. This is stuff that's well outside of what Trade Me currently does. So that's an amazing opportunity for us and something that we'll continue to do and tap into.